The time I can start now. 1 minute. I think we can start off. Good morning to all. My name is Lala Ignatius. I have been taking classes for UPSC students for the past 14 years. My area of interest is that PSC are optional, along with the paper to polity, governance, and IR, and internal security also I am taking. Okay, this is about myself. And today we are going to discuss certain strategies in what way students can able to handle this UPSC, and in what way students can able to crack this UPSC with the help of their first attempt itself. That is the important thing. And everyone knows you people are having a syllabus. Okay, keep the syllabus on one side, and apart from that, some kind of smart work also we have to do. Is it fine? So while handling this kind of webinar, what is the use? Why a student need to attend those kind of strategy class? Because throughout the country, a lot of people are preparing for UPSC, and everyone is going to make a lot of hard work. Okay, but in what way you are going to do some kind of smart work? On the basis of that, in what way you can able to reduce your number of readings or number of pages or number of working an attempt and all. That is the most important thing. For that, I'm going to discuss certain things. Okay, and when I'm going to start this topic, for example, just a second. One minute. Yes. So before going to start your preparation, the students need to do even previous discussion also I told about that the year-based classification. This is the most important thing that in terms of smart work, a student need to do, or a student need to prepare his entire preparation on the basis of the smart work. For that, you have to keep some kind of year. For example, I'm predicting that you are going to give the examination around 2024, for example. So if it is in 2024, make a chart like this: 100, 75, 50, 25. And this is another most important thing. This will come under the current affairs, and that apart I discuss at the end. This is totally a different thing. And the year-based classification. So what is the use? Why a student need to focus on this year-based classification? This is a topic and this is a strategy we are discussing. I think for my case, I'm discussing since 2004 and 5 onwards. And the way how UPSC also asks questions in preliminary, take out of 100. At least minimum 25 questions out of the total things. Okay, will always come into the category of this year-based classification in preliminary. And when I'm going into the category of mains also, you can able to see, even in your personality test interview also, you can able to see the same kind of strategy. Some people will ask. So students also frequently asking this question, what is this year-based classification? How we are going to? For that, I am planning to discuss about this 2022 preliminary exam. The way how the strategy is really used by UPSC, and some more examples also I can able to. So when I'm going to start, I already told you, suppose if you are going to give a preliminary examination on 2024. So consider what happened in 1924. Okay, in the same manner, what happened 75 years and 50 years and 25 years ago. So on the basis of that, always prepare a chart like this. For example, I just want to give some kind of example. So when we want to talk about this particular area, the classification of years, I need to start from 2008. That was the time only. In the recent past, UPSC added a new syllabus for preliminary. Okay, 2008. So from the 2008 beginning, I will start from the history part. Simple. Some of you already known about this, but I'm going to elaborate this topic. You take history. In that, I can able to take modern history. There was a book in the name of Al-Kilal. Al-Kilal was a book written by Abul Kalam Azad, the first education minister. Why UPSC asked this question in 2008? That is a logic on the basis of year-based classification. Because when I'm seeing this classification, it was in 1958, India's first education minister, Abul Kalam Azad, death happened. So on its 50th year death anniversary, UPSC asked a direct question from the area of history, that instead of asking some other author, some other historian, they asked a direct question regarding who wrote the book Al-Kilal. The answer was Abul Kalam Azad, and 50th year death anniversary. Then when I'm moving to some more areas, like in 2009, World Geography, 2009 World Geography. And UPSC asked a question like this: Hudson, a river Hudson, on the banks of river Hudson. This the person name is Hudson. While roaming inside the American continent on the banks of river Hudson, he has created a small hamlet, and later it became a village and it a mighty city and mighty New York City right now. And in 2009 UPSC asked this question: that which of the following cities are situated on river Hudson? Why? Because the person Hudson who constructed a small hamlet around 1609, and on its 400th year celebration in the world of geography, UPSC asked this question. One example, or a lot of example. I can able to take 2012 as a preliminary. You can take international relations. In the IR area, there was a question in the name of which of the following is considered as a basic pillars of India's Look East policy. And the concept is that why UPSC asked in the year 2012 related to Look East? Because the Look East policy came into existence in 1992. And on the 20th year celebration, UPSC asked this question, that what are the basic pillars? Economy and culture is an answer. But the logic behind that, why UPSC asked this question, simply on the basis of 20th year. So like this, when I can able to take a lot of questions, you take a 2016, 17, 19 mains examination. There was a question regarding comparing Mahatma Gandhi with Ambedkar. And next year, comparing Mahatma Gandhi with Subhash Chandra Bose in history area. Why suddenly UPSC I want to ask? Because one side Gandhi, 150th year celebration, 1869, 2019, 116th, 50th celebration. But the most important thing on the other side, Mr. Ambedkar's 125th birth centenary. So in that year, comparing Mahatma with Ambedkar. And next year, comparing Mahatma with Subhash Bose, because it was in 1940s, Subhash Bose escaped from Calcutta to Kabul. From there, he went to Germany in order to meet Hitler to mobilize mass support for India. That entire area, the way how he escaped from his house to Kabul, from there to Germany, was considered by the government of India as a great path. like Buddha's life, always interconnected in the name of great path. The same way UP government recognized. So on the 75th year celebration of the great path, the great escape path created by Subhas Bose. So in that year mains examination, comparing Gandhi on one side and Subhas Bose on another side. Like this manner, we can have a lot of other examples. So now I am going to discuss with the help of previous year question paper. I can able to take. Sorry. I think you all are having, if you have, or otherwise we can, this is the last year question paper, 2022, preliminary. Now I am going to apply my strategy that how the way UPSC is. First question, you leave it, it's a traditional things. First 4 question, no strategy regarding this one. When I'm moving to the 5th one, you consider this. In this 5th topic, with reference to the Indian economy, what are the advantages of inflation index bond? The question was asked by UPSC. Okay, and why student? There are a lot of bonds are there, a lot of topics are there. Why student need to? So I also did some kind of things on the basis of that. I identified when we are talking about this 5th question, the inflation index bond, because it was in 1997 when you are looking into this idea, inflation index bond, IIB. Exactly in 1997, the government of India, the RBI issued this bond in the name of capital index bond. The original name of this bond is capital index bond in 1997. And on the basis of that, the name of this capital index bond was converted into in the name of inflation index bond in 2013. It was introduced in 1997 in the name of capital index bond and renamed in the name of inflation index bond in 2013. Okay, and asked by UPSC in 2022. Why? Because at the time of introduction, on the basis of the introduction, this is a silver jubilee year celebration of this inflation index bond, 25th year celebration. In the name of changing of the name, renaming of the name from capital into inflation based, 10th year celebration. So there was a direct question. So if we are making a chart like this, so you will automatically have some kind of idea based on your NCERT or class notes, etc., newspaper. Based on that, you can able to mark things that, okay, question may come on the basis of silver jubilee celebration, inflation index bond or capital index bond. Now it appeared, first question. You can note it down the number very carefully. So at the end, you have to tell that how many questions came in this particular area. So this is the first question I'm discussing. I don't want to discuss very detailed because then it will become a class. I just want to solve about strategy. So why this question came? 25th year celebration. Then when I'm moving further, there was another question, 11th question. The question is something regarding the report of HS Sanyal committee on the basis of that Contempt of Court Act passed and related to the Contempt of Court, the way how the Supreme Court and other various provisions are happening. Why in 2022 UPSC asked? Because it was in 1971 the Contempt of Court Act came into existence, and 2021 is the 50th year death celebration of this particular act. So instead of asking the 50th year celebration, last year we expected, okay, but at last finally this question appeared in the current year 22. So 51st year celebration, this question directly appeared on the basis of the concept regarding what is contempt of court, how the way it is interconnected with the judiciary. So if you are making like the chart like this, some question, some answer, you can easily make it or you can able to eliminate. Second question. Then when I'm moving further, 12th question. So okay, as per the 12th question, one second. The question is related to, with reference to this particular area, the government officers, legal firm are recognized in terms of judicial process and bar council. In a simple idea, the question is simply on the basis of the topic regarding bar council. Normally in judiciary, we won't discuss bar council kind of things. But why UPSC asks this question? I think in political class, you only discuss Supreme Court, High Court, and other judicial process. No one will discuss Bar Council. But if you're doing year-based classification, simple idea, the Bar Council of India was the one first appeared on the basis of that the chairman of Bar Council was appointed at the time of 1962. That was the thing. In 2012, exactly 60th year celebration, Platinum Jubilee celebration, some news also appeared. President of India, Prime Minister also sent some kind of congratulation note on the basis of that, how the way the Bar Council, in what way the Bar Council is interconnected with this working nature. This is the third question Okay, directly appeared in UPSC. Then when I'm moving further, 14th question. The question is regarding consider the following statement and consider two things in a simple idea. When I'm discussing about from polity, UPSC asked some question regarding Council of Ministers, their level, and 15% should not be more than that. And immediately there is another question regarding anti-defection. So now the logic, why UPSC asked this question? I think you know a lot of polity concepts are existing. But why very specifically number of ministers number and anti-defection related? Because it was exactly around 2003. The 91st Constitutional Amendment Act came into existence. On the basis of 91st Constitutional Amendment Act, there are some kind of limitation that ministers should not be go more than 15% of the total strength. And in that, they also specify about that cabinet ministers ranking and a minister of state, dependent and independent. In classes also teacher will teach, and the classification also you can easily. One idea on the basis of that, the 20th year celebration of this particular amendment 91st in 2022, exactly on 20th year, this question appeared. And again, in terms of anti-defection, you may think that it happened in 1985, anti-defection law. Then why the question appeared? Anti-defection law came into existence in 1985 based on the 10th schedule came. Okay, well and good. But in 2003, they made an amendment. On the basis of that, the splitting and merging of anti-defection and the process regarding the nominated and some conditions regarding the speaker's office and all came into existence through 91st Constitutional Amendment. And in that criteria, it was exactly the 20th year celebration. So 10th year celebration. So based on that, two questions from polity. Okay, so you know the number, how many questions at the end I will ask you. Good. Then when I'm moving further, some more areas. The Attorney General was the one simply on the basis of current affairs, recent controversy that Attorney General refused. He don't want to continue as Attorney General. So government searched for new Attorney General. So direct question regarding role and functions of Attorney General. Simply that current affairs I will come at the end. Okay. Then when I'm moving further. Some more questions. Sorry. So on the basis of that, a simple question in science and technology or agriculture related thing. A system of rice intensification of cultivation, which alternative wetting and all. This is regarding rice intensification. This was the question asked by UPSC in 2022. Why UPSC asked this rice intensification in the year? That's another most important thing. When you are looking into this category, the process of the system of rice intensification post-time initiated by our ICR department in 1997. 2012 is the 25th year celebration. So when you are looking into this idea, there are some article also appeared, and you will also do the classification based on that. Definitely a silver jubilee year, students will have to prepare something regarding the rice intensification process. One idea. So based on that, another direct question. Okay, then if I'm moving further, some more ideas. These are all the traditional things from the class notes. And there is another question regarding Web 3.0. Why in 2022 UPSC asked this question Web 3.0 instead of a lot of other technology? Because it was exactly in 2006 only the concept regarding Web 2.3.0 came into exist. And 2022 is the 15th year, 15 year celebration for the induction of the idea of the Web 3.0. So if you are doing the classification, definitely you can able to expect some question as per the expected. Another question also directly appear on the basis of year-based classification. Okay, then I'm moving further. 33rd. The question is regarding SOS, software as a service case. So this was totally a different idea. And in terms of calculation and induction of this idea, software of services happened in 1999. There's no match in the name of year-based classification. But 10 years ago, exactly around 2011 or 12, some kind of new idea in the name of open system, that we have to permit everything through open methods. So a person who identified this idea of open SAS, and he coined the term open SAS around 2011 and 2012. And on the 10th year celebration of this open SAS, there is a direct question in 2022 preliminary regarding this idea. What are the concepts in it? Another question. Okay, then when I'm moving further, 37th question. The question is simply what the question is regarding biofilms. Biofilms. Okay, 2-3 points they are given. Why UPSC asked this biofilm? What is the logic behind this biofilm? So if I'm looking into this biofilm, you have to go back to the founder, the initiator of the concept of biofilm, exactly around long back. It was the 300th year death anniversary. The person who first identified the concept of biofilm, and he died exactly around 1723. And 2022 is the year 300th year death anniversary of Van Leeuwenhoek, who was the person who first identified the concept of biofilms in the human teeth. He did some research. On the basis of that, he identified the concept of on the surface of the human teeth, he identified biofilm. And on his 300th year death anniversary, there is a direct from science and technology related to what is biofilm and concept regarding biofilm. It's simple. Or even if I want to connect this idea of human tissues in terms of food industry, there is another concept is also there. The food industry kind of things also recognized 20 years before World Health Organization. If you want to go into that area also, biofilm connected with the food industry, 20th year celebration, the founder, the initiator of the biofilm, 300th year death anniversary. So there is another direct question from science. Okay, then I'm moving further. 38th question. The question is regarding probiotics. And why UPSC asked this question regarding probiotics? Simple concept is that the concept of probiotics was first time in 2001 defined by World Health Organization. And in the next year, immediately, the World Health Organization and the Food and Agricultural Organization gave a recognition to the concept of probiotics. In what way the probiotics is going to help in the food industries and all. So on its exact 20th year celebration, from the time of 2002 to 2022, there was a question from the biology or agriculture or food industry, a direct question related to this concept. Okay, then further moving into some more questions. There is another question regarding the climate group. The two questions regarding climate. The previous one, climate action tracker, and next question is climate group. Why UPSC asked this question related to the climate group? Because when we are looking into the concept of the climate group as an international organization initiated or originated exactly around 2003. And 2022 is the 20th year celebration of this particular idea. So as per the year-based classification, there is a direct question regarding this particular concept of climate tracker. Okay, then when I'm moving further, 46th question. The question is related to the pet. You all are having pet bottles. Okay, the founder of the pet bottle, the first time, the founder of the pet bottle, exactly around 50 years ago, the concept regarding pet bottle around 1973 came into existence. First time, the identification, the usage of pet bottle. Okay, so on its 50th year celebration, the way how UPSC asked a question, simply the pet and pet bottle is related to a polytetraploid is a concept is completely connected with the fibers and all those kind of idea asked by UPSC here. Okay, as the next question. Then when I'm going to another question, biorock technology from science and technology. Why UPSC asked this biorock technology? Because when you are looking into the biorock technology, this technology was identified such a long time before. But the founder who invented the concept of biorock technology, 15 years ago, he died. In order to commemorate his death anniversary, 15th year death anniversary, there is instead of asking him or something like that, there is a direct question regarding biorock technology. Nowadays, the way how UPSC started asking more in terms of death anniversary. Already I told Van, the way how he invented probiotics and all one side. And even very recently, there was a question in essay paper and ethics paper and polity paper, mains examination. The things regarding John Rawls' principles of social justice. In polity, in paper 2, no one will teach. Ethics, teacher may teach. But why UPSC asked this question in paper 2, polity area, paper 4, ethics area, in 2017 and 18 continuously, even in optional paper PSCR? Because It was in 2002, the person John Rawls died. And 2017 and 18 is the 15th year death anniversary of John Rawls. There is a direct question you can able to take the mains question paper 2017 and 18. What is concept regarding John Rawls' principles of social justice asked by UPSC in governance area, polity area, as well as ethics area also. And PSA optional also. These are some example. I keep on saying that the way how the strategy we have to do and we are doing inside our classes. Okay. Other than that, when I'm moving further, and the 54th question is regarding Cripps mission. And when you are looking into the history, modern history, one interesting thing is there. After 2016, instead of going for 100, 50, 70, history teachers always make some question in terms of 80th year celebration, 19th year celebration, 110th year celebration. You can able to see last 5-year question paper. Simply 80, 70, 90. Now more number of questions. In the same line, Cripps mission happened in 1942 and 2022 is the 80th year celebration. So there is a direct question regarding the following concept is related to the Cripps mission. Okay, then moving further. This question. Considering regarding this Ghadar party. And the Ghadar party, when I'm looking at it, it was initiated in 1913 and 23 is the 110th year celebration. So there is another question regarding this Ghadar party, again appeared in UPSC. Okay, then moving further. Any question in the meantime you want to ask, you can also ask. 64th question. The Bank Board Bureau. Why UPSC asked? It was initiated in 16. Okay, and 2021 is the 5-year celebration happened, and some news also appeared. Instead of 5th year and 6th year exactly this year, 2022, UPSC asked some question regarding what is that Bank Board Bureau and things related to that area. Okay, then moving further, convertible bond. This is another most interesting idea. The convertible bond kind of idea first time appeared in 1874 itself. 1874. But in 2024 is a 149th year celebration. We expected this question in this year, 2023 preliminary. But 1 year before itself, last year, 22 itself, UPSC asked on its 149th year celebration, the question regarding the following sentence regarding to convertible bonds. This is another example. Then moving further, that things regarding Shanghai cooperation last year 20th year celebration, and missile technology last year 5th year, and Asian infrastructure last year 5-year celebration. We expected this question last year 2021, but 1 year later UPSC asked this question in terms of Shanghai 21st year, missile 6th year, and Asian infrastructure 6th year. Based on that, which of the following? So another question. Then when I'm going to non-fungible tokens, NFT is an idea suddenly appeared. What is the area? This non-fungible tokens are connected with the cryptocurrencies. But why UPSC asked in science and technology? Because the first time the concept regarding non-fungible tokens was defined and created and introduced at the time of 2012, and 2022 is a 10th year celebration of this non-fungible tokens NFT. So based on that, another direct question, 16th question also based on year-based classification strategy. Then moving further, 74th question. Again, Indian Sanitation Council, and 2018 only the Indian Sanitation Council recognized by international body with some award, and the 2018 they also got the Swachh Bharat award by the government of India for this on its 5th year completion of that grand success. And UPSC asked a direct question regarding what is that Indian Sanitation Council and the function regarding Indian Sanitation Council. So another example, the way how the strategies are really going. Then the simple idea, with the help of Environmental Protection Act, some of the organization appeared in which of the following created through this act? Why in 22 UPSC asked this question? Because the answer is the Central Groundwater Authority, and this authority was created in 1997, and in 2022 is a silver jubilee year celebration of this authority. Instead of asking this authority and function directly, simply they asked through this act which body came into existence, and this is an answer. Direct things. 25th year celebration. Then moving further. And polar code. Polar code first time introduced by the world body in order to go for the navigation and shipping related ideology in 2017. On its 5th year celebration, and UPSC asked a direct question. They didn't ask 2017 current affairs or 18 current affairs. They only asked in 2022 on the basis of year-based classification. I'm keep on telling this strategy every year for the past 14 years. And sometimes students will take it serious, and majority of the time they won't take it serious. But after the examination, when we are going for the discussion, they will identify the way how UPSC at least 25 questions based on this. Then another current affair based, another 25 questions, more than sufficient to go for your mains examination without focusing on any other area. Strategy, I'm saying that you can also check, you go home, take last 5-year question paper or last question paper since 1979 to till date, you can able to see this strategy everywhere. Okay, another example, T-board. Why T-board was asked? T-board was first initiated by British in 1903. And 2023 is a 120th year celebration. So based on that, another question regarding the way how the T-boards are involved into. Okay, then when I'm going to the next, greenwashing technology. This is the very recent one. Okay, but still why in 2022 UPSC asked this? Because the person who invented this greenwash technology exactly at the time of 2022 celebrated his 60th year birth century. He's still alive. And when he celebrated a lot of news, also he's a very popular environmentalist inside the European Union. And on his platinum year, 60th year celebration, some news also appear. In order to commemorate the gentleman, UPSC, instead of asking him, he identified greenwash. He invented greenwash technology. So his technology appeared in UPSC. Question number 8. Again, 60th year celebration. Then moving further. 86th question. A question is regarding United Nations Convention of Law C. Why? The question asked, it has created around 1982. And 2022 is a 40th year celebration. So directly a question regarding UNCLOS appeared again in international relations. Then going further, there is a question regarding the wildlife protection and which of the following are interconnected in terms of wildlife protection. Why the question asked? Because 1972 only the Wildlife Protection Act came into existence. Through this Protection Act only, they designed all these kind of categories. So 50th year celebration, Wildlife Protection Act, they asked what are the areas that are coming under this wildlife protection. Again, another question. Then moving further, these are all the traditional history. Then 99th question, DNA barcoding. The DNA barcoding first time invented by a person at the time of 2003, and 2022 is the 20th year celebration of DNA barcoding. Again, another question directly appear on the basis of year-based. So as per my notes, you can also check after this class, exactly 27 questions, totally 27 questions in 2022 appeared on the basis of this particular year-based classification. You are keep on asking this question, that how to manage, how to do those things. So this is the end. After the webinar get over, I will also show to you personally if you have any doubt in what way you have to do this kind of preparation. Okay, so this is the most important strategy. Even you can able to take 2018 as per the newspaper, the toughest question for a decade. Okay, toughest question as per newspaper reading, everyone is writing like this, worst question paper. And you take A series, same like A series available in UPSC site. Just first 40 question you try to apply. Out of first 40 question, based on that year-based classification, you can able to identify 24 question. First 40 question, I have checked while coming. First 40 question, and out of 40, 24 question appeared on the basis of year-based classification only. And majority of the questions are 5-year celebration, 10-year celebration, 15 and 20. Why nowadays UPSC started asking more 5, 10, 15? Because 2-3 years ago, so far generally in our classes, we usually go in this method only, like 100 year, 75 year, 200 year, something like that. But nowadays in Press Information Bureau, that is the only Government of India's official current affairs site, PAB, you must read. And PAB started talking, giving some name for 5-year, 10-year, 15-year. You know, Golden Jubilee means How many? 100. Golden Jubilee, 50. Silver Jubilee?
50.
Very good. 25. Platinum Jubilee means? Like this manner. That only we studied
75.
Very good. Like that only we studied in our school. But suddenly PIB is giving what is the celebration name for 5-year, 10-year, 15-year and 20-year. Tin celebration, wood celebration, something like that. They are giving a new one. They won't give, no, it's a government side. Why unnecessarily they are giving a new name? And after the 2016 question paper, you can able to see lot of questions. You check 2022. Majority of the question out of 27 based on 10, 5, 10, 20 within that one. Some question like history and all 190, the old idea, 100, 90, 80 will come. But generally science and technology and all last 20 years questions only coming more. And this year-based classification will help you to get a 2022. Just now I discussed it. Out of 100 questions, 27 questions directly appeared on the basis of this year-based classification. And 2018, the toughest question paper as per Hindu newspaper and Indian Express. And I only checked the first 42 question, 24 question A series. Both are A series. 24 question came based on this year-based classification. You take any question paper. If you have not satisfied, you come. I will explain in what way UPSC asked this year-based classification. So the answer for your question such a long time that how to do the preparation on the basis of year-based should be on the basis of this method only. And don't go and search in Google. If you are putting something in Google for 100 years, 75 years, it will go millions and millions of articles. Whatever you are reading in newspaper, current affairs, whatever you are studying in classes, whatever your teachers are teaching, you limit yourself within the syllabus of UPSC, hardly it will go 100 to 125 topics only, year-based classification. Out of the 100 to 125 topics, you may get 10 or 5 or 16 or 18 or 25 maximum. And the remaining 25 question, anyone can able to answer inside polity. Who is the Prime Minister of India? You can. Like that manner, some easiest question from every topic will also appear. 2-3 question paper. And the newspaper. Everyone must read newspaper. I told 175, 5, 10, 5. And the 0, the way you people are going to read tomorrow newspaper. From there, another 25 questions. 50 questions solidly is more than sufficient to crack your UPSC examination. Okay, and you can next time you can go to the next level, that mains examination. There also I can able to give lot of example. You can able to see 2022, 21, 18, 19. Even I told you na Subhash Bose and Gandhi comparison, Gandhi and Mahatma comparison, even look east policy, other lot examples in this year also based on this classification only. It seems to be very easy to say you have to do classification, but UPSC is also challenging the people the way how they started taking question paper. So don't go beyond your syllabus. That's the first condition in doing this. And second, whatever you are reading in newspaper in the name of technology, some invention or some other tools and methods, just connected with that year. Okay, is there any way it is coming into the category of classification of years? If it's so, you have to give more important, Google it and try to find. There only you have to do the Googling kind of things. Otherwise, don't ask anything from Google Baba. Okay, he will give lot of information and we will become material collector, not a district collector. Okay, good, one side. This is the first strategy. And second important thing, the way students are also keep on asking that how to handle that current affairs. Remaining 25 current affairs and remaining 50 only from your history to ethics. Okay, how to manage your current affairs? There was a question in 2011 and 12 science and technology in the name of YMGK something, YMCK. The things is related to which of the following? And the answer is printing technology, simply. And why UPSC asked this question? Because when I'm seeing any newspaper, you just open a newspaper and see at the bottom, you can able to see some comment of 4 colors in some newspaper. Every page at the bottom, they will print it. Some other newspaper, they will have this 4 color like this. Some different colors, only 4 color in all pages. But if you can able to open the Hindu, it will be properly CMYK along with the colors. Because based on this technology only, newspapers are also printed and you are also getting newspapers every day. This is called as day-to-day science. On the basis of the day-to-day science, what is the difference between LED and LCD? What is the difference between plasma TV and smart TV? What is the way you are using the BioRock technology or probiotic things, etc. These are all day-to-day science, not a very, very technical idea in the name of artificial intelligence or robotic science or nanotechnology or DNA or RNA or what is neutron, proton. They are not ready to ask these kind of questions. What you are observing in and around. On the basis of that, it may be a biorock technology, or it may be a probiotic, or it may be something else on the basis of day-to-day science only, science and technology only, not a science. So don't focus in those areas like physics, chemistry, biology, and zoology, something like that. Don't waste your time. Okay. So this is the second important. And newspaper CMYK and Hindu only. Whoever is reading Hindu since is 1870s, you can able to see that CMYK is there. So you have to follow only one newspaper. Don't waste your time. And one government site like PIB, newspaper and PIB, remaining 25 questions, easily you can able to. Okay, don't focus, don't stress much on your things, just to focus on these two areas, then you can able to crack on the basis of the same idea. This is another most important thing. On the basis of the same idea, the year-based classification, you have to follow not only for your preliminary, but also for mains and also interview. A lot of my students who went to interview panel also face the same kind of questions. Swami Vivekananda, last year, there are a lot of questions appeared. And simply, there was a migration related issues also happening in European countries. And UPSC asked simple question at the time of interview that what is the standard Swami Vivekananda on migration? World is talking differently. Europeans are creating problem. India is also having refugee problem inside Rohingyas. Government refused. And UPSC examiners asked a question to our students who went for interview that what is the stand on Swami Vivekananda on migration? Even we know only at the time of 1800, 1900, Swamiji talked about Hinduism in Chicago. There itself, he spoke about the migration issue. India kind of country need to permit the Jewish community to settle inside southern part of India. At least you can let them stay the southern part of India. He made a popular statement. He gave his view. So on his 125th year celebration that year, and UPSC asked a question in interview that Swami Vivekananda connected with the migration. Migration was the current topic. One said Rohingya, another said European, and UPSC connected with Swami Vivekananda. So this is the way in every aspect of your life. It is an open forum. Anyone can able to follow this strategy. But the most important thing, the way how you are going to connect this year-based classification strategy with your subject, and the way how the teachers also going to do those things. That is their part also, because you cannot individually, you can't able to. So teachers also will do the same thing while doing their preparation, while making questions, while preparing something regarding UPSC. They will also do the same thing. Based on that, with your hard work and our hard work, and with the combined smart work of both, you can able to get the maximum number of questions. So this is, for example, the same strategy only I'm using for my optional paper also. So approximately 75% I can able to get it every year. Okay, the same strategy we are applying in our test series also. You can able to see last year, 60% of the questions also properly resembled in 2022 the mock test which conducted in our academy also, and the previous years also. This is another thing that why you have to go through this kind of methodology. Okay, so before going to the next level, any question anyone want to ask from this area in online mode? Any question anyone want to ask before going to the next level? Yes. You want to ask?
Every year, how many questions here?
Current affairs, it was maximum 47 at the time of 2017. That was the maximum. 2017, 47 questions came from current affairs. And the minimum 20 to 25 questions every year. 25 questions you take it. Minimum 25 year, maximum 47 year. Every year will come. So on an average, you take 25 to 30, sure and steadily every year you will get current affairs based questions. Okay, current affairs based questions. For example, I think even in polity history, there was a question 4 or 5 years ago in the name of, you know very well that ordinance making power of president. Ordinance making power of president, you might be studied in polity. And simultaneous election or some other part regarding something I will discuss in another. So there was a question, first question regarding uniform civil code in 2016-17. It seems to be polity area. But lot of concepts are there in polity in Lakshmikant. But why UPSC asked Uniform Civil Code first? Because there was the question inside Supreme Court of India regarding Uniform Civil Code. The Supreme Court asked Attorney General to consult with the government that even a small state like Goa can able to introduce Uniform Civil Code from the time of independence onwards. Why not India? The question was asked by Supreme Court judge to Attorney General. He said, I will convert with the government and come back to you. First question in that year, what is Uniform Civil? And next year, the Rahul Gandhi, as a leader of opposition, he criticized the government in the name of, your government is running on the basis of Ordinance Raj only. You are not making any law. He made a popular criticism inside Parliament. And that year question, what is the positive, pros and cons regarding ordinance making power of president? And next question regarding the government started asking something to the people that let the political party say something about simultaneous election. Country need to go for a simultaneous election for government, union, and state. And what is the merit and demerit of simultaneous election? The question was asked by. So it seems to be polity area, but the polity, we are having n number of concepts. But why particular questions are appearing? Because simply controversial part connected with the current affairs. Even I can able to say very specifically, Serious Fraud Investigation Office. It is a body, statutory body. We are trying to, and it was asked in 17 mains examination in governance area or polity area. Nobody will teach those things in, okay. But in terms of current affairs, that year, Government of India appointed a committee, and the committee handed over the report to the Parliament. And October month in Parliament, they discussed. And within 15 days later, when UPSC question appeared, UPSC asked about the Serious Fraud Investigation Office and the role and function and what are the things we can able. Normally, no one will teach inside classes regarding SFIO. Only constitutional body and some other body. Why? Because this is a controversial part. Government receives a report and government is going to take action on the basis of that. SFIO become the good governance based question. So after this year-based classification, the way you are reading newspaper, you have to connect it with every subject in that particular. So those type of question will directly up. Fine? Please. You have to focus only on one newspaper. Whatever the newspaper you are more comfortable, along with the PAB. Per day, PAB may have some 7 to 8 article maximum. And UPSC point of view, you are going to take some 5-4 article only. Okay, and newspaper. More than sufficient to become a civil servant. And first attempt, first rank. Lot of our students already appeared, and lot of students cleared in their first attempt itself because not with the too much of material, with the limited material. That's why I told you already. You want to be a material collector or district collector. Okay, lot of piles of current affairs material, 4,000, 5,000 pages. And these things, your own notes, limited sources. Fine?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, is there any magazine that we should consider?
That's why I'm saying that don't go here and there for current affairs. Anyhow, you are going to attend the classes, your teacher will give his notes, current affairs notes. Academy will give their notes, one side. Other than that, individually, a student need to make a note on one newspaper. It may be up to you, Indian Express or Hindu or whatever the paper you can do. And the Press Information Bureau, PAB. Okay, even today the government told that very soon PAB will get the policing power in order to check the fact file, fake file, etc., etc. The PAB is gaining momentum day by day. So definitely you can go PAB and one newspaper more than sufficient to crack your UPSC in your first attempt itself. But to this strategy, what we discussed so far. Fine.
Sir, one more question.
Please.
Sir, how much time should we give to the Hindu?
Hindu or any newspaper, generally from my point of view, majority of my students are keep on saying that it will take 2 hours, 1 hour, 3 hours also for some beginners. Okay, 2, 3, 1 hour. But from my suggestion is that every newspapers are having broadcast. If you are subscribing, they will give broadcast. Symbol will be the headphone symbol. And what are the language you are more convenient and comfortable? It's not necessary that you learn in Hindi or English or your language. You put that language and convert that article and hear. Okay, so that will reduce your burden and you can write your own writings. in your own language. When question comes, easily you can able to manage. Hardly 1
Sir,
hour,
what to
1 hour at least student need to spend on current affairs on their own. Okay, na?
sir, and what about those news like the conflict
Those news like
and
you come again.
the conflict between
You please come again.
various states?
Your voice is breaking.
Sir,
Okay, I think his internet is.
consider conflict between two parties and
That handling the current affairs inside the class. A current affairs teacher will come and he will explain in what way you have to focus on newspaper. From my point of view, I can able to say in a simple manner, a student need to read editorial column on both sides. And very specifically, when you're opening your editorial, inside 2 boxes will be very recent one and one very information based question. Here some kind of examples regarding award technology, something like that will be there. I think some mic is on, you can mute it. So this is the case. Editorial is very necessary. After the editorial, you can go to the area like international relations. And after that, economy area. In economy, whatever the people are teaching, that is a different things, basic understanding. You see how the way questions appeared. One is strategy based. Every year, strategy based, year based, classification based. Second thing is whatever you are learning in your newspaper, your class, both things you can connect it. Based on that, you can able to get question from economy. Okay. And other than that, generally the traditional things you are going to do now. Okay. The traditional things you are going to do. That is also a different thing. Oh. Why? Good. Yeah.
There is also like new one is to appear in the news.
Pardon?
Like new one like bond. How to handle this type of bond in economics?
Bond based questions. Your teacher will teach a traditional things regarding banking sector and business sector or transport, energy in economic class. Okay, you will learn your economy basically from the class teachers. And the way you are going to read newspaper, some article will come regarding convertible currency or external commercial borrowings, something like that. So you take those words from the newspaper and Google it with the help of any standard dictionary or some class ratings or something like that. Only those words you have to select it from newspaper, not reading entire things. Just to take those words and apply it, easily you can able to manage. Question will also come. Current affairs wise, question will come. Strategy wise, question will come. You can manage and don't be very adamant like that in class, in colleges, you are doing 100 out of 100, I will get, then only I can able to. It's not like that. 43, 50 questions is correct exactly. You can go to the next level. And 50%, you can go to the next level. And overall 43%, you will become all India topper. Fine. That mindset we need to have. And apart from that, another important thing is that the way how on the basis of the strategy, just a second. Some more ideas also we are planning to induct here. So what we are planning on the basis of the strategy, what I discussed so far, we are planning to induct some kind of test series also. And the test series, mock test series is going to happen on 31st of January, this month. Okay. Then after that, and this is open to all. Anyone can able to, it's a free mock test. And after that, most probably on 5th of February onwards, we are planning to start our test series for 2023 preliminary. Okay. And these two things are, we are planning as part of this, and these are having a lot of highlighting. The way how we discussed so far, the strategy, what we discussed so far. On the basis of that, we are planning to conduct totally 35 tests, the traditional part also, current affairs part also, the strategy wise ideas, everything we will put it on the basis of that. The questions will be appear in this manner, one side. And another important thing, some kind of highlighting program, what I discussed so far. Okay, those things will appear and it will help student to reduce their burden. Too much of hard work you are putting. So it will reduce with the help of our smart work, the way how we are making some questions one side. And other than that, the most important thing is that you people are very politely and very patiently attend this webinar in online mode. Also, so many people. No, it's not. It's depend upon the individuals and their capacity. Okay, it's depend upon the individual. There is no limitation like that. You have to attend only 9 tests or 19 tests. Okay, it's up to your satisfaction. If you have the satisfaction based on that, you can at least one test series you have to attend completely sectional wise. They will give a syllabus sectional wise, then area wise, then finally complete mock test 1, 2, 3. That should be. So if you want to go for a sustainable manner or only one UPSC, finally I will go. The things are different now. So based on your own convictions and convenient, you can able to go for it. Okay, you can skip in the initial day and go to the mock test also. It is up to you the way how you are preparing for UPSC. Okay, so that is another important thing. For example, the way how you are very patiently so far.
Last when near the exam, there is a lot of studies related to the current affairs.
Yes.
Put the things like PIB and the current affairs, how to integrate them together.
The main thing is that PIB, out of 8 or 9 articles, you just open today PIB, you can able to find 10 article or 11 article. And when you are reading those 11 articles, you will easily understand that there is no connection between our syllabus and those things. This is very important in terms of current affairs. This is important in terms of polity, history, economy. And some more things are data of government of India, state government, central government. You just ignore it. So if you can able to do hardly the matter of 2 article or 3 article per day, you are going to. And 3 article means 1 article will come under within the word limit of UPSC, 250 words, 150 word, 300 words only within the word limit. Okay, and they will also give the background at the end. If the article is in a proper manner, background also they will give. So easily you can go to the GK part also, current affairs part also, one side. And newspaper wise, 1 hour I already told. Minimum 1 hour people need to give. On the basis of that, note making you can able to do. So keep it the note making and the PAB or cut copy paste, keep it in your folder, computer, and weekly basis, daily basis and weekly basis, you have to do the revision every Saturday or Sunday. One day you have to fix, do the revision for the whole week, do the revision for the whole week, then whole month revision. If you are going like this, you can able to manage. Otherwise, again, it's a very, very huge and bulky thing. Okay, and newspaper, you just start. Some class, next class, I will explain in what way you need to manage your newspapers. Before going to start some subject, I will explain what way, how you can able to connect newspaper. That will be separate things we will do.
Information is good for us.
That still I'm having limited time. What I want to do that once you completed this webinar, we will discuss outside. Okay, I will take the PAB. I have to open the PAB. There I will explain what are the important topics. Okay, fine. So this is the final part that for the next webinar. Okay, who are the people are interested? You can able to. Role of ARC is depend upon the optional you are carrying. What is your optional paper? Sociology. So based on that, you can able to take some topic from ARC, second ARC, and you connect with your optional paper. And some topic you take it, connect with your good governance, connect with your ethics paper. Already in good governance, I already gave some recommendation of ARC. You might be remember the topic, some topic. Those topic, if you want, go for little elaboration. That is more than sufficient. Okay, more than sufficient. So you take not entire second ARC. The topic what we discuss inside the class in the name of e-governance, good governance, or other various things. Only those topics you have to give it from ARC. You take 2022, 23 last 5-year question paper. How many ARC based questions? But what other topic comes? Recommendation of ARC you can able to put it like suggestion. That thing we can able to do. Okay. That is a government of India, like PAB, National Book Trust, NBT, is the official source of government of India. NBT. NBT is having our constitution, Subhash Kashyap. NBT, National Book Trust. Always NCERT and NBT, you can expect question from there. and only 300, 400 pages. And the question won't go beyond that one. There is a guarantee for that. That will help you to crack. Not 1500, 1800 books. Only 300, 400, that will guarantee you. Okay, so this is the final point that whoever are willing to continue the webinar for the next session also, you can contact the management and you can get the topic also, in what topic we are going to discuss about those things. And apart from this, I already told you the test series we are planning on 31st as a free open demo, and 5th February onwards, maximum, we are planning to start our test series on the basis of the strategy what I discussed so far. Okay, good. Thank you all.